What's going on, everybody? It's your boy here to give you guys this tabloids and trending topics with T Extra. I said that I would do it. I'm actually late on it because I actually meant to do this a week ago. We all know life sometimes happens. With this particular topic, I'm going to be talking about the Colin Kaepernick situation. And a lot of this I'm actually going to just freestyle, because rather than sit here and have everything written out and whatnot, is not going to come from a sincere place. So I'd rather freestyle this, give it to you guys raw, and we can discuss everything in the comment section. Let me preface this with saying the following. I am not against having intellectual dialogue with anyone. What I will not do is I will not sit here and go back and forth with someone that's being illiterate and someone that is being negative. That is not what I do over here. Now, other people that watch or other people that are in the comments, by all means, if y'all want to sit here and gather and snatch somebody, by all means, go ahead. What I will not do is I will not do it. And I won't even delete the comment. I will leave the comment there. But I will not engage. And if it starts off nice and it starts to go left, I'm just going to leave it there. All right? I have too much going on to sit here and feed into some negative BS. That's not what I'm here to do. So, just putting it out there. So if you still decide you want to be on some very hateful, crazy stuff, again, freedom of speech. Okay? So, we all know what happened. Colin decided, you know what? It's a lot going on in the world right now. I am not going to stand for the national anthem. So in him sitting, this caused such a huge wildfire, to say the least. Not everyone, a lot of people got in their feelings, okay? Because apparently he is disrespecting the troops. He is disrespecting the veterans by not standing. And this is one thing that has upset me with this entire situation is, rather than addressing the immediate issue or looking in the mirror and asking yourself, why is there an issue, we're deflecting. Because here's the thing, unless you are actively serving in the military or if you are a veteran, don't use that. Don't use any of them. Because once that happened, you had so many people that are actively serving and so many that are veterans saying, I don't have an issue with his peaceful protest. Not an issue. And even when he spoke out about it, he's not necessarily saying that the flag, well, in essence, the flag itself, but what the anthem represented, it still has that negative connotation. Just because we don't sing the remaining portion of said song does not mean that it does not exist. And how America has treated this is how a lot of families treat a lot of bad things that happen in the family. Since we can't delete it, we're going to live our lives and hopefully enough people forget about it to where it never existed. Until somebody happens to open up the closet doors, dig up these graves, and now we got to sit here and face a reality of what has happened. The only veterans that would even get mad at Colin truly sitting down is those that fought when this anthem was pretty much written. Because that last verse pretty much talks about the black slaves that were going over, fighting for their freedom, escaping what was here. And that anthem was pretty much talking about, you know what I will do is I will leave a link down below and I will let you guys hear it, and y'all will pretty much be able to see exactly what it is. I'm not here to give you a history lesson, but it's one of those where I will assist in, educating and edifying. I will leave a link down below. You can listen and you will see exactly what this is. So him and what is so upsetting is there's so much ruckus about black people, African Americans, Negroes, whatever we're going to call ourselves or be called. especially with the Black Lives Matter thing. Oh my gosh, why can't, people just protest peacefully? His protest was peaceful. He didn't say anything to anyone. He just sat down. Kind of, pulled a Rosa Parks, but he just sat down. And that angered people. And again, why does that anger you? For many of those that was like, he doesn't stand for the anthem. When you guys watch these football games, baseball games, whatever games, and you're not there, I'm talking about watching from the comforts of your own home. When they start singing that national anthem, do you stand up? Do you put your hand over your heart? Do you take off your cap? Do you do these things? For those who are in the armed forces, when the flag goes up and when the flag goes down, do you hide? Do you stay in your car? Do you wait for the music to go off before you step outside? Do you do these things? Because here's the thing, because if you don't stand up when you're watching these games, put your hand over your heart when that song is being sung, if you are a service member and you are dipping and dodging to avoid having to, stand at attention, parade rest, salute. It's one of those where you have every right to be upset and say whatever. But I ask you to look in the mirror and check yourself first. He did absolutely nothing wrong. And it's one of those for those that are actively serving. They are fighting to actually protect and preserve everyone's right to the freedom of speech, freedom of protest. Because he could have easily gotten up, snatched the flag, ran off with it. He could have easily ran up, grabbed the mic from the person that was singing, pulled a Kanye moment. Or, no, I'll just leave it right there. He could have easily done that, but he didn't. He just sat there. And then people get mad because he's taking a knee. And then there's another picture going around on social media, if I can find it and put it in here, I will, saying that there's an issue where you have a Marine holding the flag and you have players taking a knee. And again, trying to sit here and do this whole, we're disrespecting the troops. No, what is disrespectful to the troops is when you have people that are tossing the ball, dribbling the ball, kicking the ball, hitting a ball, where they get paid substantially more for this when you have soldiers that willingly raise their right hands and put their lives on the line so they can sit here and entertain you. That is what's insulting. What is insulting is when you have veterans who are homeless, who are fighting for VA benefits, who are suffering from suicide, who are having suicidal thoughts and whatnot and killing themselves daily because they're not being properly treated. Or when the country that they have fought hard for turns their fucking backs on them. So we're going to sit here, we're going to talk about the troops. Please talk about the troops. But don't sit here and try to use the troops, both those that are actively serving, those that have served, and those that have died. Don't use them to fuel this. Please don't. Please, let's not do that. And again, if you are so upset, check yourself and ask why you're so upset. He's disrespecting the flag by not standing. What about Dylan Roof, who there's pictures of him burning a fucking flag? But that's not disrespect. So my thing is this: am I upset with Colin? No, I'm not. I applaud him. And even people trying to say he didn't say that when he was paid this much money, or how can you say that when one of your parents is white or you were raised by two white people? Irrelevant. Because all of those things will not take away from the fact that he is still a black man in America. He may have money, but that will further fuel so much shit depending on what decision he may make in his life. Chris Brown, and this is just a smaller segue, Chris Brown has money. Recently had an incident, and I'm going to keep it vague. Just keep it vague. He had an incident where he allegedly pulled a gun on a woman, and she left, and rather than immediately calling the police, calls TMZ, then calls the police. And so much is spiraling from that. And rather than one police car, maybe two going, you have a plethora. You have helicopters. Oh, it's a standoff? Because I guarantee you, if it was just a regular black person, without all of that money, it would not have been that big of a show. but this is a black man with money, so let's not do that. It doesn't matter what parents you have. That does not matter, because again, he is still a black man in America. And the fact that he is using his platform, and it doesn't matter what has happened before, but we're right now talking about the here and now. He is using his platform to speak about injustices. I applaud him. He wants to sit here and pick his hair out. You know what, bro? Go ahead, do that thing. He want to sit and put it in braids again. And my question to all of those who are so upset, why are you so pressed that now he has his hair in afro, that he has his hair in braids? Why are you so pressed that he is speaking out against injustices against colored people as a whole? Why are you so upset? Why are you so pressed? Again, I'm going to have to ask you to take a real good glimpse in the mirror and really try to figure out what is it about you that is so upset and that is so pressed. And to all of the athletes of color that are choosing to speak against him, I believe it was Curry, Stephen Curry, who actually was in favor of him. You don't see what he said being, played out all over social media. It's there. But when you have other athletes, and I'm not going to give them any shine because, yeah, but the media is quick to use the support of he is sitting here being disrespectful to the flag and to this country. They will use anybody that agrees with that concept. Anybody that agrees with Colin, you will seldomly see that media footage being played. I need for them to sit the fuck down. Because what you're doing is you're not aiding us, but you're further feeding into this. Y'all get what I'm saying? I'm not going to be the dead horse. I'm at 12 minutes at this point, so that's all that I have to say on this. Alright. Let's keep the discussion going in the comments. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and share. Let's be nice to each other down there in the comments. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace.